2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 years. For 6 years, I've been playing the cello. And during those years, I've noticed something about myself. I've noticed that I'm an enthusiastic beaver. Not because I like trees, but because beavers don't build a dam all at once. They carry small pieces one by one. And for a long time, nothing changes. But one day, there's a massive dam. That's how I practice the cello. When something doesn't work, I don't just walk away. I stay with it until it works. The cello has been teaching me this for years. But 1 week in a small practice room made me realize it. Last winter break, I went to a winter cello camp. You might think, why is this little 5th grader on this big stage yapping about this little cello camp? You might think that because, what do you think if you first think of camp? Well, I think of marshmallows and campfires. And second, I think of resting, like Chadwick OE. But this camp was totally different. This camp was a camp where you had to practice from morning to night. You had to practice except lunch and dinner. But the weird thing was, everybody was choosing there to come, including me. No one was forced by parents. We had to play the piece we practiced on the last day. We had to do lessons in front of everyone, every day, and if we didn't practice properly, we'll get scolded in front of everyone. But I thought that the hardest parts will be practicing all day, but it wasn't. On the first day, I opened a new piece called Ba Suite No. 3 Prelude. I had played Ba before, but this piece felt completely different. This piece was a piece where you had to practice from morning. You had to carry one long breath. Prelude No. 1 felt like just normal breathing. This piece felt like holding one long breath throughout the piece. My left hand had to stretch farther than ever. But the real challenge was my right hand. I had to adjust the bow mount to find a deep sound, a ringing sound, a soft but powerful sound. And I remember sitting alone with the piece and thinking, can I really do this? I had to think about so many things at once. My left hand, my bow, and my sound. I knew what the music should sound like, but I couldn't make it happen yet. But this wasn't new for me. Every time I practice, I'll start with the hardest parts first and connect the easier parts later. Usually, people want to start from the parts they're good at or the parts that are easy, but I did it the other way around. I started with the hardest parts because I thought that the hardest parts needs my best energy. So I did the same thing at the winter cello camp. When I opened the sheets of music, I'll move my eyes towards the hardest parts and start there. On the last day, I played the whole piece. It wasn't perfect, but it was great. It felt like I have accomplished this process full of challenges. So, this is what I want to tell you. Even if you're not good enough, even if you're not ready, just start. Don't think too much. Don't look for too many reasons. Start. Just start with the hardest parts. Because starting is what makes you ready. That's how I overcome my challenges. When something doesn't work, I don't just walk away. I stay with it until it works. So the piece I'm about to play is Ba Suite Number 3 Prelude. A piece that once felt impossible to me, but became the biggest challenge I ever overcame. Thank you.